Okay, so listen. One battle after another was freaking horrible. That movie was garbage, man. Sinners was a way better movie than one battle after the other. Another. It was boring. It made no sense. Tiana Taylor was a bust down. Even though she did do a good job at acting, she played a bust down. She got bust down by two white men. And one white dude was trying to figure out whether that was his baby or not. Although I will say this, Sean Penn played a really good racist, but I do kind of feel, actually I know, that he's a racist in real life. His son called Sean Penn. Sean Penn, I said Tom Cruise. I said Tom Cruise. Sean Penn, son, actually called my friend the N-word while Sean Penn was with him. So you wonder where he got that from. Anyway, that's another story. But so he played that part because, as being a racist, he was trying to get into a racist um, uh, regime. If you haven't seen the movie, he's trying to be a part of this racist group, and he was trying to find out if he had a mixed kid. Because if he did join this racist group, and they find out later on that he has a mixed kid with a black woman, then it was going to be a problem. Anyway, the movie was horrible. Besides the point of Sean Penn, although like I said, what I'm saying. Basically, what I was trying to say is he pretty much was playing himself in the movie. But the movie was horrible. Besides that, and the cool part about it is I like Paul Anderson Thomas. He's one of my favorite directors. But that movie was horrible. I think at this point, when a director gets so big and everybody kisses his ass, people just, he can pretty much write anything. Because I felt like that could have been a good movie, but I felt like it was rushed. Maybe the studio was rushed for him to finish the screenplay, so he just threw it all together because they probably was giving him like a deadline. He probably maybe, I don't know. I'm just assuming, you know what I'm saying? Because it felt like it was trying to give you a good story, and it just started going all over the place, and it made no sense, and you didn't give really a fuck about the character, except for the young girl who played Tiana Taylor's daughter. She was good. And like Tiana Taylor, I don't know whether she died or she went to prison. They didn't show no more of her no more. And Leonardo DiCaprio was just running around, bumbling around and shit, all in hysterics, panicking and shit. It just didn't, that movie did not deserve Best Picture. Sinners is supposed to sweep the Oscars. But them white folks that run the Oscars, them old faces that run the Oscars, ain't finna let that go down. Racist ass Hollywood. I'm out here in LA. I'm gonna be doing a video about that soon. So stay tuned for that. They didn't want an all black, all directed, produced film to sweep the Oscars. And a lot of white people hated the film. I think what it was, when it's a bunch of, because the movie pretty much didn't have, they had what? They had the two Asian couple. They had the Asian couple on there. Of course, you had the white vampires. They were the evil motherfuckers. And then pretty much the movie was pretty much all the way all white, all black. So I'm thinking that had to be the big factor of the movie. They didn't want to make the movie. They didn't want to make a black movie that much attention. Crazy, because they'll let movies like Parasite, which is that Korean movie, they'll let that movie sweep the Oscars all day. Or even years before that, they had a movie called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon that swept the Oscars. That was a Chinese, I believe, made film. But they don't want to give black folks their props, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of white folks didn't like this movie. And like I said, because they made the black people look like saviors, and they made it innocent, and they made the white people look like bad guys. They like it where they always are the saviors and the superheroes and the all is good. They're the faces of all good, and they save the day. Sinners didn't have that, and it almost took in $500 million worldwide. And a black man did that, Ryan Coogler. So I think it had a little bit of that in it. Racist ass Hollywood, especially the Oscars, had a little bit of that. We're gonna let them we're not gonna give that black man Best Director. Although I believe, even though I'm a big fan of Paul Anderson Thomas, I believe that Ryan Coogler had the better film. He had the better film, direction-wise, better than Paul Anderson Thomas. A veteran, I would say. Although I will say that Ryan Coogler, he's been in the game almost 10 years now. But Paul Anderson Thomas has been doing this since the 90s. Boogie Nights, which is directed by him, is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite all-time movies. If you haven't seen Boogie Nights, go see Boogie Nights. That's when he was young and at his You know, that it was young Paul. I mean, he's still young, but still, it was like a young. It was like his first feature film. Really good movie. Mark Wahlberg, when his first couple of films, and he first started doing films. The late great Burt Reynolds is in it. Yeah, man, y'all should check that. Don Cheadle. That was Paul. That's what made me a fan of his directorial work. But this wasn't it. What is it called? One battle after another did not deserve Best Picture. That shit was garbage, and they know it. And some would say, well, do you think that Tiana Taylor got snubbed for Best Actress? No, I'll be honest with you. I don't think she got snubbed for Best Actress. I think she was good. She was believable. But I felt like she was just like, okay, oh, Tiana Taylor, she can act. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't think I don't think she was, oh, damn, that deserves an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm just rambling on. What y'all think? The movie was garbage. Go see one battle after another. Then go see Sinners if you haven't seen Sinners. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. Talk to y'all later.